feel safe in every exercise you're performing. Make sure that's the exercise for you and adapt however you want to, okay? We will start with your legs crossed and your feet with a little bend, a little dorsiflexion here. Now put your hands right on top of the knees. Good. And just feel present and soften into your hips. So actually feel your sits bones touching the mat, touching the floor. And from side to side, we're going to go over to the right sit bones. And then we're going to go over to the left sit bones. Now, as we go over to the right, we take an inhale. When we go over to the left, we'll take an exhale. So this is just breath work. Just breathe through it and side to side, very softly. There we go. Just admitting more people joining here. Hi, Kristen. Welcome. Good to see you again. All right, just here side to side, working with the breath. So let's cross the legs the other way now, which is not our first choice. So it might get a little tricky, but just keep your hips down, nice and grounded. Hands above the knees. Softening through the shoulders. This is the sternum bone right here, right between your chest. Try to not puff it up that, just softening to it and let your hips go side to side and starting to loosen up of any grips you might have. We usually tend to grip the inner thigh right here, so make sure that is nice and soft too. All right, now let's bring that right leg back behind us like this. So this is called the Z pose, right? Because you kind of look like the letter Z here with the legs. You're gonna place your hands right behind you with a little soft bend on your elbows, like your elbows are spring loaded. And the reason I say that is because if you keep your arms straight and lock in a long position like that, it's gonna cause tension in the shoulder. So softening through your elbows. And now from here, lift your hips, and that's gonna be your inhale, and look up towards the sky, stretching the front side of the hip on your right one, and then slowly bring it back down all the way. Now, in order to get a little bit more of a stretch, if you want to, bring your right arm out in front of you. Come up, and as you come up into that nice stretch, opening up through this right side, you're reaching through that right arm and a little twist towards your left. Every movement, it's done very gently, softening through that left elbow, and bring that right hip up and forward. Yes, feel the nice openness through the hips and slowly bring all the way back down. Nice. Let's switch it up to the other side. So you can either go with option 1 or 2, okay? The 2, it's a little bit more advanced. All right. Left arm here right in front of you. If you want to, do the more advanced version of it. And slowly we start lifting the hips as you look over to your right hand. There's a little twist happening. Now feel it opening up through those hip flexors, this muscle that tends to create a lot of tension when we are sitting. And slowly bring it all the way back down. And breath. Okay, now let's move on to the shoulders. Cross your legs again, however it's more comfortable for you. Also, diamond shape is an option. You're gonna take a deep breath in and lift the shoulders all the way up to the ears, creating all that tension as you inhale. And when you exhale, you're gonna let go. Good, 5 counts here. Here we go. Take a deep breath in, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Feel your intercostals expanding and let the air out. Every muscle is relaxed on this position. 3 more counts. Take an inhale. Lift the shoulders up to the ears. You're even like puffing it up the chest a little bit and looking up a little bit, and let it go. Nice. Last one. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Lift the shoulders up to the ears and let it out. Okay, circle with the shoulders now, because the shoulders is also a place that we tend to hold a lot of tension and stress. So I want to make sure we are gliding through it before we start. So lift the shoulders up to the ears. Roll back and imagine there's an orange right between your shoulder blades, and you want to squeeze that orange to make some orange juice, and then lower your shoulders back down. Lift the shoulders up to the ears all the way. Now open up the chest by squeezing the shoulder blades together and drop them down. Last one here and up towards the ears. Let the spine move with. Don't lock your spine in place. And all the way and back. Nice. Now let's turn to the side. So the long part of your mat is behind you. We're going to start with moving through the spine and length, creating length through the hamstring. So hands right under the knees. And I'm gonna call this bucket handles when your elbows are out wide like that. Because imagine you're just lifting those handles up like that without elevating the shoulders, okay? So go ahead and lift your bucket handles. And as you do that, slide your tailbone underneath you into a round back. And notice if your shoulders start taking over. Just tell the shoulders to relax and to soften. And now it's slowly coming back up, bending the elbows again, and up towards the sky. With the chest, with your head, you're pulling behind the knee a little bit and lower the elbows by your waist. And again, lift the elbows as you round the back. Woo, starting to get warm in here. And as you come up, you lower the elbows and you lift the chest. Good, so you're just working with this extension of the spine and the flexion of the spine, like that. Good. Nice fluidity, because we are not robots. And again, all the way up. Nice fluid motion to puff it up the chest. And last one here, as you roll your spine down, your bucket handles go up, your shoulders go down. There you go. And you're gonna come up all the way. Good. Nice sitting comfortable position here. Place both hands underneath your left knee. Lift that foot off of the ground. Let's lift those bucket handles too. As you stretch that left leg out towards the ceiling, you're gonna round your back and go back just a little bit. Now, if you can't fully extend your leg, no problem. Just do what you can. Now, as you bend that left knee, we're gonna go back. There you go. Now relax the shoulders. Let's work with the breath. Go ahead and inhale, stretch the legs around the back, lift the bucket handles. And exhale, bring it back. Good. Dorsiflex your feet so you can full on feel that nice lengthen from the back of the leg. Point your toes towards you. Notice if you point your toes towards you, it gets it right behind the knee. Nice, and then bring it back all the way. All right, guys, here we go to the other side. Bring both hands behind your right knee. Lift your bucket handles. Good, and now stretch your right leg all the way out towards the sky as you round the back into flexion without creating tension. Now let's point the toes towards you a little bit more. Now pretend that you want to touch the wall with that right heel. So reach through that right heel even more, and then slowly coming back up, bend that right knee. Two more here. Here we go. Round the back as you extend the leg and point your toes towards you. This is a prep for tree. It's a very nice ab exercise that we're going to do after this in Pilates. And last one, we go up and we go all the way down, and bring it back up. Nice. All right. So take a nice, comfortable sitting position here. Get back to your breath. Bring your left leg to tabletop. Bring your right leg to tabletop. So you're balancing only on your sits bone. Your feet and your knees are in the same line. Reach your left hand to your left foot. Reach your right hand to your right foot. They're not touching, but they're just there. Open up the knees a little bit more. Take a deep breath. Inhale, lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Don't try to stretch the back. Just keep that nice round back. Circle around the arms. Bring your hands back to where they were. And again, take a deep breath. Inhale, lift it up. And open wide. 3 more. And 3. And open. Feel warming up. And 4. And open. Last one here. And lift the arms. 5. and back. Place your hands back behind the knees. Place your feet flat on the mat and come up to a sitting position to stretch the legs with your toes pointing towards you. Reaching to your toes. Looking down towards the ground. We're going to do the roll up. Slowly lift your arms right in front of you. Start tucking your tailbone underneath you and one bone at a time. Now take it easy here. Bend your knees if you need to. One bone at a time. We're going to start from the lower back to the mid back to the upper back and to extend your arms all the way overhead. My feet is still in dorsiflexion because I want to get the nice hamstring stretch. Arms up towards the sky. That's your inhale. And exhale, lift your forehead and exhale all the way up towards your toes and get the nice stretch again. Looking down towards the floor, let your head drop and your arms reach. 2 more here, guys. Tuck your tailbone under. Rounding the back, big time here. Shoulders are down and relaxed. And feel your core working on your way down. Good. All right, here we go. Arms up towards the sky. Lift the forehead first. And I want you to think about that apple or the orange between your chin and your chest. And you don't want to squeeze that. And reach. Last one, we're going to stay there. And round. One bone at a time, softening through the shoulders. And all the way. And reach. Woo! We should be nice and warm now. Good warm up. Good job. Go right in center of your mat. And now we're going to move on into hip bridges. Give a little time for the core to regenerate here. Arms by your side. I'm going to lift my arm here just so you can see better. So what you really want to watch out for is that space between your lower back and the floor, okay? Before you come up with the pelvis, there should be no space between the lower back and the mat. So go ahead and imprint your lower back on the mat and start lifting from the tips of the tailbone to this big pelvic bone, to the lower back, to the tips of the shoulder blade. Now let's melt all the way down, starting from the tips of the shoulder blade, to the mid back, to the lower back, and down. This is a great exercise to increase space between every little bone on your back, especially if you're sitting for a long period of time. And again, imprint your lower back onto the mat. A little pull on your abs, not too much. And lift up, not too high, but just enough that you can feel your hamstrings and your glutes kicking in. And slowly all the way back down. So you're peeling off the spine like a snake. And then you're peeling all the way down again. One more time. Peeling your spine off of the mat. One bone at a time. Feel every bone tractioning as you go up. And then lower all the way back down. One bone at a time. There we go. Now point your toes over to the sides. And arm stays by your side too. We're going to do the windshield wipe stretches, okay? So you're going to first let your knees fall over to the right side by pushing with your left toe. Good, feel the nice stretch happening there in the front and in the back. And now let's go over to the other side. Let the knees drop over to the left and you're pushing off with your right all the way. And back. All right, guys, on to the ab series. Pull the right knee into the chest. Left leg goes all the way out. Both hands on top of your right knee. And your bucket handles are up, so your elbows are to the side here too. Keep your head down for now. This is just the warm up. Get your lower back completely flat on the mat. And switching the legs here for 10 counts. You ready? And we go for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, working with the breath, 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, last one, 10, and hold. Keep that right knee into the chest. Lift your forehead without squeezing that orange between your chin and your chest. Can you go up a little higher? Can you lift the elbows and relax the shoulders? Yes, that looks good. Switch here for 10. Here we go. And 10, 9. Take your time. There's no rush. 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and hold. Pull the right knee into the chest. 2. Relax your feet. Lift your bucket handles and soften your way into that sternum bone. Lift your forehead a little higher. Here we go. Shoot the legs out into a 45-degree angle and arms up towards the sky. Bring everything back in. 10 counts here. And we go for 9. And back. And 8. 7. And reach. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, reaching long. Exhale, back in. 5. And 4. And back. And 3. And back. And 2. Last one. And back. Give a good hug and woof. And rest your legs all the way down. Rest your arms too. Wow, I'm warm. Good job, guys. Just take a deep breath in, and every time you exhale, you collapse on the mat. You let go of any tension. Heart rate should be going up right now. Take a deep breath in and out. Collapse. Shoulders are soft, and your neck too. All right, next one. We're going to do single leg series. So both legs are up towards the sky. Both hands behind your left knee. Dorsiflex your feet, so kind of point towards you so you still get the nice length through the hamstring. Lift your bucket handles. Drop your right leg down and pull that left leg out towards you a little bit. Keep your head down for now, okay? Pull and stretch. Now, again, point your left toe towards your nose and pretend you want the left heel to touch the ceiling. Yeah, do what you can, obviously. Just good stretch here, and let's switch it up. Now go ahead and bring your right. So if you run these hamstrings, they tend to get really tight, so it's really nice to get this stretch. Right leg goes all the way up. I'm gonna point the right toes towards my nose and reach through that heel as I give a little pull on the knee. Nothing too hard here without creating tension on the shoulders. All right, so that's pretty much the exercise. So here we go. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders with both hands behind your right knee, right here. Now switch the legs. Here we go. For 10, 9, 8. Stay up there. Go up a little higher. Come on. 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Last one, guys. And 1. Both legs up towards the ceiling. Don't give up just yet. Bucket handles are up. Point your toes towards you and pretend that you have a tray full of drinks on the soles of your feet and you don't want to drop that tray. So keep it there. Reach your left hand to your left foot. You don't have to touch it. You just have to reach. Your right hand to your right foot. Now from here, lower your spine down, starting from the tips of the shoulder blades, and extend your arms all the way back down. Don't let the drink spill. Keep your legs up. Arms up towards the ceiling. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Reaching to the toes. We stay there for a little bit. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and all the way down and relax. Stretch the legs all the way. Shake it off the hips. Side to side. Well done. We have one more before we move on to downward dog and back series. It's the crisscross. Crisscross works more obliques, more the sides. Place your hands right behind your head. You're going to clasp your hands like this. And have your hand work as a hammock on your head, right? So you're dropping the weight of your head on your arms. Close your elbows a little bit. When you take an inhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders so your legs are parallel to each other and your feet is flat on the mat, okay? So take an inhale, go up. You're looking through your knees without squeezing the chin. Nice. Lift the chin up and then slowly back down. 5 counts here, guys, to warm up. Take a deep breath. Inhale, go up without squeezing that apple. Feel those ribs going and digging into your abs and really working them. I think we're going to be sore tomorrow. And slowly back down. Nice. 2 more. Take a deep breath. Inhale, go up a little bit. And go down. Last one. We're going to stay up there, okay? And we go up and hold. Pull both knees into the chest. Reach your right leg all the way out. Twist to your left. Switch for 10. Here we go. And we go for 10. Breathe. 9. No rush here. Soft shoulders. 8. 6. 4. And 3, and 1, and back down. Nice. Woo. Okay. On your stomach now. Enough of flexion. That was a lot of abs. That was awesome. Nice. Time to move on to the back now, okay? So you can go ahead and go on your belly. Push yourself off and go into a child's pose. So you're sitting on your heels. And your forehead is down and your elbows too. And really let the weight collapse down towards the ground. Releasing through the shoulders. Nice. Through the hips. And you can come up onto your knees and dorsiflex. So you're just going to get your feet, all the toes, to touch the ground. You ready? Hip flexor stretch now. This is going to feel great, guys. Step your right foot forward like that. Now, the key for this exercise is not how far you can go. It's how far you can tilt your pelvis and stay here without going forward too much. So let's work with that. Pelvis is right here. You're going to tuck your tailbone underneath you and you're going to start feeling a pull on your left side. Now, can you shift a little bit more weight to your left knee and let that left groin relax? So the message is being sent to the hip flexor to relax too. All right, keep that tuck on your tail like that. And now twist over to your right side. There you go. Now you can lean forward if you want to a little bit, but watch out for this because now that's going to compress here, okay? So just be aware of that. And twisting here. Softening through that left leg. And now untwist, come back. And now let's do the same thing with the other one. This is a great stretch to do if you work in front of the computer. This is a great stretch to do at least once a day. So flex your right foot, right? Tuck your tailbone underneath you. A little shift forward is okay, but mostly twist towards your left side while your right side really creates that nice length and it's opening up and taking all that pressure off of the hip. And slowly untwist and bring it back down. Well done. Here we go. Now we're going to go into our downward dog. My version of downward dog, which is more for hamstrings and back stretch. So go on your hands and your knees, and you're going to bend your elbows a little bit. We're going to go back into that same analogy with the springs between your elbows because you don't want to lock them. You want to let them nice and loose. Okay, now tuck your toes, open up the knees a little bit. Your hands are slightly forward of you. Lift the hips, drop your head down, but keep your knees bent. Yes, there we go. So this is just the preparation for it. Now, little bend on your elbows and let your head hang like a pendulum. Okay, here we go. You should feel on the back of your thighs and your spine too a little bit if you're super tight. Shift weight to your right foot as you stretch that right leg. Now twist towards the right side. I'm doing it very slowly and you should be doing it too so you can get the hang of it, okay? Now bend your right knee, go back to center to that initial position, reset the shoulders and the elbows. Here we go. We're going out to the left foot. So shift weight to your left foot. Stretch that left leg all the way so your left knee can touch the ground. We're pretty close to. And look over to your left side. Notice how your right leg is not doing anything. Perhaps even your left arm. You're pushing from your right arm and your left leg. One more time. We're going to go over to the right. This is an amazing stretch for back. And we go to the right foot as you stretch that right knee and you twist over to the right side. Now the left leg is not doing anything. Here we go. One more time, we switch over to the left. Put the weight on your left foot, stretch that left leg, and look underneath your left armpit because your head is still hanging like a pendulum. And back to center. Yes, that looks awesome. Bend your knees, tuck your toes, and sit back into child's pose to rest. Guys, I don't know about you, but I am sweating. Just rest here, pick up your breath. Here we go into extension. Go on your belly with your hands slightly like under the shoulders, maybe forward a little bit. Elbows are nice and relaxed. Okay, so this is our swan, okay? It works with extension, great for posture, for upper back strength. I like to usually just open my legs and let my hips very loose. The legs will not be working right now. All right, here we go. Forehead on the ground. When you push off from your hands, okay, you're going to lift your forehead and then your chest. You can go as high as you feel comfortable with, but this can be a lot for a lot of people. So I'm just going to have you do you, okay, as long as you feel safe. Take a deep breath, inhale, lift up, and then exhale all the way down. It's from the crown of your head first. If there's a string right here, as I push, I'm lifting my head first, then my chin, then my chest, and slowly back down. I personally don't like to go all the way up there, but I know some people do, so you do you. And again, two more. Take a deep breath, inhale, go up, open the chest, let your shoulders go down and back towards your back pocket, and slowly all the way down. Here we go, last one. And we take an inhale as you go up, you gaze forward, and all the way down. Nice. Push off with your arms. Last child's pose here. Tuck your tailbone under. Nice and round back. And here you can even go side to side with the hips. And back. All right, swimming. We're about to swim now. So stretch your legs and your arms. Forehead is about a couple inches off of the ground and you're looking straight down. Open your arms, lift your right arm and your left leg at the same time. And as you do that, look over your right armpit. Go as high as you feel comfortable with without getting into the lower back, only into the glutes and the shoulder girdle. And lower all the way back down. Left arm, right leg, here we go. Left arm, right leg, and you're looking over to the left. Okay, let's speed up now for 20. And here we go. Right and down and left and down. Breathe. Left, right and down and left and down. Keep going, guys. And right and left. Working with the back of the body. Because we are not made to just do flexion. We also are made to do extension. This is the muscles that keeps us up without collapsing into gravity so much. And back. We are halfway there. You're doing your own speed as long as you're alternating. And back. And 5, 4, 3, and 2, last one, and 1, and back to a cat and cow onto your hands and knees. Dorsiflex. Push off of the ground as you look down towards your belly button. You're creating the nice hump on your back. And as you exhale, you let go. 2 more counts here. We take a deep breath, inhale, round the back as you push off all the way. And exhale. Down, last one, take an inhale. And exhale all the way down. All right, go ahead and take a seat with the long part of your mat right behind you. We're gonna roll like a ball. Okay, we done this one last week. It looked great. The more you do it, the better you get at it, all right? So put your hands right underneath your knees, and I like to just hug my legs so I don't cheat on this. Yes, now round the back. Relax your feet and just balance on your tailbone so you can feel kind of like your right butt cheek and your left butt cheek, right? Notice how your back is super rounded now. Keep it like that because you're trying to flatten the back. You're not coming up. Here we go. Inhale, we roll back to the tips of the shoulder blades and exhale to come back up. Woo! Nice. And again, we roll back and back up for 2. Keep going, guys. Inhale, go back and exhale. 3. Yes. Up. And 4. Now maybe we can go to the middle of the shoulder blade. So maybe go back a little bit. Just don't get your neck, okay? So your head should not be touching the mat. 5 more. And we go for 5. And up. Get ready. This is a warm up for a sweet surprise coming up next. 2 more. Here we go. And 2. Last one. Come up without touching your feet on the mat. Hold and balance. Okay, can you bring your feet up? Bring your feet up as high as you can. Reach your left hand to your left foot. Reach your right hand to your right foot. And you're gonna stay in this teaser position, round the back a little bit, collapse into the sternum. And we're gonna just breathe in together. Here we go. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. 2 more. Take an inhale. If this is not available to you, bend your knees a little bit. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And this is teaser pose. And exhale, softening through the shoulders. Last one. Take an inhale. And exhale all the way down, hugging your knees, and rest all the way back. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs all the way out. Well done, guys. That looked really good. Softening through the hips and through the shoulders. Stretch your arms by your side or above your head, whatever you feel like it. And I want you to just close your eyes now. And notice your heart's probably still going, right? That's okay. Just take a deep breath, inhale. And every exhale, you're gonna relax the hands, the head, the neck, the chest. Take an inhale again. Relax the hips, the knees, the feet. Take an inhale again. Rest even your face muscles as you exhale. Your neck, the shoulders, the chest, the hips. 2 more counts here. Take an inhale. And exhale. Letting everything go, every tension you might have in your body. Leave it on the ground. Again, take an inhale. And exhale. And down. Very nice, guys. Thank you so much for being here today. That's it for today.